What's good, people? What's good? What is going on? Happy Tuesday. This your boy B, along here with Steph the Oracle,
What's up?
Dirty Dre,
Yo.
and Party J, aka Uncut Gems.
What's good?
I know you
He
got
made
more.
it funny.
You got more gems for us, so I already know.
You're
So I just like to let you guys know before we start. Oscars is not over yet.
What you mean?
What
you mean?
Oscar Fitz is not over yet.
You 1 week short, man. You 1 week too late.
Look, I had to bring the Jesus piece out.
He about to serve the Lord right now.
I don't think it's Jesus enough, but the Unk joint, you know what I mean? So I had to come here and represent the people. So I just want to say happy Tuesday again, man. I like Tuesdays. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because it's not Monday.
yeah.
It's straight up. It's not Monday, but we're here live streaming 20 Talk. We're back. And before we get into the movement, shout out to King Karim. He's somewhere. He's just not here.
Somewhere hot.
But he's living it up, you know what I mean, with his boo. So that's good to know. Jesse's not here. He couldn't make it today, but I know he'll be with us sometime this month again.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. So, Steph, let us know where we're streaming at. Let us know where they can find us at. Let us know what we're doing, where we're doing it, so we can keep doing it.
Of course. You already know 20 Talk Podcast. We are here on Restream. This allows us to share this beautiful information with you people. We're always on all the social medias. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we are on Twitter. So you can catch us there. Also, you can find us on what I did not mention. I'm trying to think.
Is it Twitch?
Twitch? Right. Oh, that was what I wanted to forget. Twitch. So we're not on Twitch, but now we're on Twitch. So we're trying to do that. And also, don't forget, you can find us on our YouTube channel. And we're going live. So find us on Facebook. Message us. Let us know. Come on. We're on the socials. And don't forget, we're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts.
Yes. And we'll figure things out as we go along as to, our goal here overall is just bring you good content, movies, TVs, and anything that's extra, anything that just pops up to mind. So with that being said, Party J, before we really start into it, I just want to get into it real quick. If you got any uncut gems that you've heard about within the recent weeks or any particular shows or movies before we dive into the trailers.
Oh, putting me on the spot, Ski. All right, let me
Always,
see.
bro.
Let me
Just curious.
let me see. Let me pull up the profile real quick. See if I got anything coming up on the line right here. So they actually got something coming up recently. They just announced the Stanley final chapter thing. I don't know if you've seen that going around the web. That looked pretty cool. That was going on here. It describes the background, how he was, taken advantage a little bit by the people around him for money and stuff like that. So that's come to keep your eye out for everybody.
Okay.
See what else I got here on the web. I don't really see anything for like any newly actors or anything like that. A little short on the gem sits today. Maybe I have some going on later on when we discuss a few other trailers. But yeah, that's what I got right now so far.
Okay, so far so good, man. Like I said, that was me just putting uncut gems on the spot because I'm telling you,
I gotta be better prepared. I got you, and I know.
Party J will pop up with some gems, and we'll be like, "Wait, what? When? Seriously?" Okay, so we're gonna dive into what we're currently watching. Ladies first, Steph. I know you're relaxing when you're chilling, when the kids are not on your back, when your husband is not on your neck. When you relaxing into the opportunity, what are you watching?
I am watching The Pit. So this is a medical drama series that is really focusing on what goes on in the ER. And I have been, it reeled me in. It's on episode 9 and it premieres on Thursdays on Max. So if you guys are interested in medical work and you are a doctor yourself, I think the series is really for you. It's really trying to be as much as accurate as it can and the workings in an ER setting. But I'm just in it. I'm invested.
Wow, you're invested.
I am invested.
Win. Not only doctor, but
Any
nurse
healthcare, any
and
healthcare.
healthcare period, right?
Any period. And you don't have to be in healthcare. You can be married to a healthcare worker and you can understand the stresses that come along with working in ER, working in the daily hospitals and things like that. So it doesn't only interest healthcare workers, but I'm thinking everybody across would appreciate it in some way, shape, or form.
Nice, excellent. And there's been a lot of rave reviews about that show too. So far so good. You know how we got a particular show and we have to turn around and say, after season 1 is done, we're like, God willing, they're gonna have at least 4 seasons for me. Because sometimes it could be great quality, and you turn around, you be like, unfortunately, there's not a 4th. I don't like that. You know what I mean? But that's just me though. But The Pitch, we'll see. And where can you catch that show on?
You can catch it on Max on Thursdays. So it's there. Watch it. It's on. You can binge it now because they're up to episode 9 right now. And each episode focuses on 1 hour at the ER setting. So it's very interesting because it's a long series. So it features 1 hour. So if you have a chance, you can binge watch it now. It's on Max on Thursdays.
Excellent. And for those who are watching, we overcame the echo. I believe that was my mic, but we're good to go.
We're good to
go.
Damn. It was you all along?
We're good to go. It gotta be, because I'm thinking it was something, but either way, let's push forward. Dre, another question for you as well while you're watching. When the wife is not on your neck and the kids is not on your back.
Easy. I'm not on his neck. Easy.
When it's a day off.
Whoa, lay off.
Damn, he came off.
Well, right now we're together. We're watching. We did Reacher. Started watching Reacher. We Severance.
Okay.
And another one is called Prime Target, which is on Apple TV.
Okay.
So that Prime Target, it's really good. It's one of those British thrillers, and it's about a mathematician. He's one of those like almost idiot savants, where he's enthralled and he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's infatuated with numbers. So he's creating this theorem, where it's called the prime theorem, where he's trying to crack the code. Where nothing is, everyone thinks that everything's at random, like when it comes to cryptography. So nothing is random. So he's broke code. So once they have all these big companies that want that code, because once you have that app or software, whatever it is, it can hack anything.
Okay.
So now he's trying to prevent it from trying to get to the wrong hands. It's pretty good, pretty cool story. Starts with slow, and then it goes, every other show. Starts off slow, they're really good, slow again, then it finishes off mediocre.
Okay.
So we just finished watching it yesterday, the finale. It's all right. It wasn't bad.
Okay, and what season is that?
Season 1, first season.
Okay, first season.
Yeah, Prime Target on Apple TV.
Okay, what do you think? Renewal, automatic?
I think so.
The wife says otherwise.
Here's what I think. Just to wrap up on that, I feel like it's the story can continue, but what for? That's what I feel like.
It reminds me of a video game of Watch Dogs. So it's kind of like that. Jay probably knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Where it comes to technology and
everybody and no one plays.
Yeah, so you can hack into things. It's pretty cool.
All right.
I like the show. It wasn't it's not gonna be everyone's fan favorite, but I saw the trailer and then a lot of reviews, and I gotta watch this.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see. So let's God willing to get a season 2 out of that. Party J, what are you currently watching right now?
Currently, I'm watching Daredevil, man. I'm all in it. I'm waiting for every week to come out. First 2 episodes are bangers. It's a nice little quick recap on continuation of the previous Netflix series. Kind of episode 1 was kind of like that segue episode, and episode 2 kind of really started where the new stuff where it started. So it was action packed the first 2 episodes. Second episode left us with a nice little cliffhanger. So it's always good to catch up on that. Okay. No, man, I like food shows, man. So I'm watching this. I don't know if anybody else likes watching Food Network shows and stuff like that. It's a show on Fox. It's called Next Level Chef. So my man Gordon Ramsay, yeah. So I like watching that food show. Comes out every Thursdays as well. Thursdays, right? I think so. Yeah, I have to get my Thursday, Tuesday days mixed up, but
I got a question for you, Jay.
yeah, go ahead. What you?
A food question?
About Daredevil.
Okay.
About one of the in the first episode.
Okay.
Just quick question.
Yeah.
Who is the White Tiger? Because I don't remember seeing him like in the other seasons.
No, White Tiger's a new character they introduced in this season right now. He's one of the main antagonists. He's very skilled combatant in martial arts. Going to see more in depth of his character as the story progresses. He's a very intense guy. So it might see a lot of nice battles.
Because I was like, who the fuck is that? Yeah. I was like, when they showed like the little thing of everything that happened in the last previous seasons.
Yeah.
Video of White Tiger, and I was like, I don't remember seeing this guy in the other season.
Yeah. Flashback stuff, but yeah, he can't wait for him to see him like in fully. He's great in hand-to-hand combat, so it's gonna be cool to see him and see what he does and how his character progresses throughout the series. So that's gonna be something cool to see.
Nice.
Excited for seeing that Punisher cameo. So to see John Bernthal pop up in that. He just said recently that he's gonna try to get the okay from Disney to get his own show and make it a true Punisher show. So always excited for that.
What does it mean, a true Punisher show?
A little more gritty, a little more violent, a little more.
Yeah. What's needed?
Yeah, R-rated, I would say, like in the mature category.
What was the name of that chef show you said?
Next Level Chef. It's in third season.
Level.
Yeah, third season stars Gordon Ramsay. Season 4? Yeah, season 4. My bad. Fourth season. He's won the first 3. He's the GOAT. I forget what are the other 2 names of the chefs in there? I'll get it real quick. But yeah, he and it's pretty much like a competition show every week. Richard Blaze and what's the first one? Naisha Harrington. So all the 2 mastery chefs as well. And they pretty much, they go each week, vote the bottom person off, depending on what team finished better. It's depending on the level of their kitchen that they work in that week. And
okay.
Yeah, cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Gordon Ramsay, I thought he was on like season 38 or something.
No, but he has like 17 different shows. Like he has.
I was gonna say, my man is like he's like the Ryan Seacrest of fucking Poland, bro.
Right, Ryan Seacrest. He's everywhere when it comes to food.
Yeah, he's one of those bosses that like yells at you for doing something wrong, but then at the end of the day, he's like, "Good job."
Yeah. Gotta give you that hard critique in order.
Yeah, he won't write you up though. He won't write you up, but he's like, at the end, he'll give you a hug. Good job. You did good.
Classic one is Idiot Sandwiches. Idiot Sandwiches is classic. Like
Idiot Sandwich. I know that one.
That's like
from Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Oh, that was so good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So anything that he's on, like cooking show wise, I love to watch.
Yeah. All right, what are you watching?
Me, I am watching The Reacher. That show is.
Who is it?
who isn't, right? That show is everything, man. Like, we was talking to Dirty on the group text. We feel as if like this season is not as wild and as crazy and as awesome as season 1 to me. It's like if this was a hip hop album or a hip hop musician, it would be like, man, it's gonna be hard beating the first one. It's gonna be difficult beating that first album, bro, because you went 10 million. Let's see what we can do with the next couple other albums. That's what I feel about this show this season. But the season looks good. It looks really good. I wish at this point we could just binge watch these shows, but unfortunately, they're doing the give you 2 episodes and then once every week. Ugh.
They have to keep you engaged for a little bit. Imagine everything is just on binging and forget it.
Yeah, I'm not a big binger. I'm not one of those binger guys either. So I'm like, I'm one of those people that, yeah, you know what? I with the influx of social media and all these streaming platforms, like it's just too much sometimes. Like I rather like, all right, you're gonna give me an episode this week, so in that way I know I can look forward to next week again. So I have that like scheduled day. I'm an old school head, so I like that. Give me a weekly episodic shows to keep me engaged, keep me there. If you want to drop 2 episodes every week or so, then I like the weekly. I like the weekly stuff. When it's all at once, I get too overwhelmed. And I'm like, I'll just watch it once, and then like I'll forget to watch the rest, and then I'll just lose interest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not me. I rather
unless it's a
binge.
really good show that like people are like, yo, you gotta watch that, and I watch one episode and I can't stop clicking the next one. Like how like the boys were. The boys were. I was like, I watched the first episode, second, third. I think I watched the first season in one day because I just couldn't like stop watching. It was so good.
So I got a quick question for you guys. Binge watching. What is the one show that you had a binge watch? Like that you said, thank God they didn't pull the rug under you from the, give you 2 episodes and then I'll wait next week. But what was the one show that you said, thank God they didn't do that yet? Like 3 years ago? I would say they started doing the
Squid Game. I think they all come out at once.
Yeah. But what's the one show, Steph, that you said, thank God I could watch all 10 episodes or all 9 or all 8 episodes right now if in the next, couple of days?
Trying to think. Me personally, I think it was Stranger Things, right?
I think so. That's what I was thinking.
I think Stranger Things was a binge. Like we were able to see it all at once. And I was like kind of thankful. I was like, oh, let me sit down and watch it. And I think Stranger Things was a binge show. I sit down and watch it.
They need to bring back 22 episodes, bro. I'm tired of this 8-episode crap. Like bring back like all the other networks.
Half an hour? You prefer half an hour?
The one show that I binge watched for like all the seasons back to back was the show Hero. I think it was Hero.
Oh, okay. The animation?
No. The one with the
NBC.
Yeah.
NBC.
Wow.
Heroes. What it's called, Heroes.
Okay.
They had like 8 seasons, and there were like 22 episodes. I just been watching like in 2 weeks and back to back.
Wow.
I was just so hooked on it. I was like,
that right there, that's just crazy to me.
Wow. Okay.
And Lost was another one. Lost. Lost at the beginning.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Okay, shout out to Hero, man. That's stopped a while ago, but those are still classics. Those are still classics to this day. Party J, what show?
So the last one that most recently came out on Netflix is called American Primeval. 6 episodes. I put it on one day and I just popped them all back to back to back. It was it's really cool. It's like a Native American meets like the expansion of the U.S. Across the western United States, and it's pretty much a battle between the Church of Latter-day Saints group mixing with U.S. trying to move over with the Native American tribes still trying to continue and that's our land. So and it just all comes. It's all just it's a battle and like a stories in depth. It goes over the one gentleman how trying to get his wife, this lady and her son across, and then how they meet up with different factions and yeah, it's very cool, engaging the Native American.
Teddy, where you go?
Bit on us.
Okay.
But it's good. I definitely recommend it. It's engaging. Each episode, like I said, let me want to put it down to go to the next one. So it's 6 episodes short. It's very
Is that Hulu? Name is Ari.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure the camera's not overheating.
What happened, Steph? Steph's excited. What happened?
No, he went blind, and I'm like, yo, did Hulu come in?
Got him.
Stop. Leave Hulu alone.
I'm sorry, Jay, to interrupt you. You were talking about Primeval, and then
that's it. That's good. It's quick. It's a quick watch. It's 6 episodes, not too long.
Okay.
Very interesting. I definitely recommend people watching it.
And that's Netflix, right?
Netflix, sir. Yes.
Okay.
American Primeval.
Okay. And there's one for me, real quick. It was there's a whole bunch, but 24. I didn't get a chance to watch it when I was, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then one summer, Keith binge watched the hell out of that show during the course of a summer. It was just crazy. I didn't know how great that show was till a couple of my friends told me and my brother told me about it.
No, it's good. 24.
I can never get into it.
Oh man,
concept.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
So let's move on, guys. So now we're gonna jump into the trailers. Am I right, Steph? Trailer time. Okay, so the first trailer is what?
Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson.
Okay, so that's a trailer I did want to talk about, and we're kind of behind because I didn't get a chance to watch the movie. Again, we're at the situation.
It just premiered last week, right, Jay?
Yeah, just on Thursday.
Yeah, it just came out last week Thursday, so people are still trying to learn about it. But yeah, it literally just came out. You know.
Okay. And what still gets me upset about that is because there are certain movies they'll just throw it at you, like no warning. And I was like, what's Mickey 17? But looking at the trailer, it was really, really cool. And like you all, I'm waiting for Batman 2 like yesterday, but they're not even shooting yet, like nowhere near soon shooting. So, but I really want to see what's going on. But it was good to see Robert Pattinson making this movie. It's basically about a man who decides to leave Earth and he becomes an expendable, which means basically, look, whatever happens to me. I just want to learn about this journey that I'm going to do. That's going to happen when I leave Earth. And what happens during this duration is that he just keeps dying and they keep bringing him back to life, which is like wild, in a trailer. It's to the part where he almost died, like he was alive, and then he looked at the guy in the plastic bag and said, "Hey guys, I'm good. Nah, let me loose," and they still killed him. Like, so, and it gets to the point where he doubles up. They forgot, I guess they killed him so much they forgot to kill. They double him up, and then his mind fully starts to wake up, start to see what's going on. So it looks like a good movie to me. Let me know what's your take on that. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that trailer, but what do you think? So far it says they gave it a good 7 Metascore rating, and that's pretty good.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's the premise is pretty good. But he doesn't come back to life. He's cloned every time he dies.
Right.
So, and it's based on a book called Mickey 7. By Boom Jung-Ho. No, actually, Edward Ashton.
Okay.
So, I look forward to it, and I want to watch it. It looks pretty good. I like Robert Pattinson.
Me too. He's done a lot of his catalog. He's done a lot of big movies right now, as of now. So, Party J, what do you think?
No, I definitely wanted to check it out this week. Kind of got sidetracked, but I'm definitely going this Thursday to watch it for sure. Definitely looks like an interesting concept of him constantly dying, getting cloned again every time. And then, one point in time, there's 2 of his clones, himself and I think it was 17 and 18 it's what's alive. And, they have to get rid of one and or both. And it's a pretty I love weird concepts like that. So,
man.
Looks pretty shoes. Yeah, and what's cool is that here's a little gem. The voice that he uses in this movie, he kind of mimicked if you know Jackass, the TV show that used to be on MTV.
Of course.
So the voice that he uses in that movie is kind of modeled after Steve-O. So.
Oh, okay.
That's a pretty cool thing. That's like whenever you hear him in the trailer, he always has like that weird sounds like that when he talks and stuff like that. So he modeled it Steve-O.
He modeled it after Steve-O.
Yeah, very random.
That's some random shit right there, bro.
Yeah.
Out of all the characters, my man wanted to pick Steve-O. Cool.
Okay,
So,
we'll run with it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
let's see what happens.
Yeah,
and Steph, did you get a chance to take a look?
Yes, I did see the trailer. It did look interesting. Again, I like Robert Pattinson. It was cool. And if it's something that I can watch, have fun, go out, have a good time, I'll see it.
Okay. So one day, down the line, we'll revisit. Quick talk about how's the movie. So I'm gonna definitely check it out sometime this week as well, or the weekend as well. All right, let's move on. Next trailer. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know this movie's gonna be big regardless. This is probably gonna be $1 billion movie. Steph, this is your movie.
Here's the thing. You have stars. You have Momoa. You have Jack Black. You have all these amazing people on this cast. So I'm assuming you're gonna make buck, right? And Minecraft. It's a big thing. Everybody is very familiar with Minecraft. There is no reason why nobody's not gonna go see it just out of curiosity. I mean, I like oh, he's cute. Am I gonna go to see him? Maybe. But again, like based on this, it's really about these characters that are, pulled through a mysterious portal into this weird cubic world. And my kids are very familiar with it. I'm familiar with it. So it's going to know the audience, right? It's reading the audience. They know it's going to, geared towards the kids. It's going to be about the game. They're going to have all these different elements. They're going to have the torches and the blocks and the endermans and all these things. So for them, I think it's going to be a good time for them to watch this movie. So definitely for sure, Minecraft is definitely something for everybody, family friendly. It's going to be coming out April 4th.
It's enough for me, dog.
I already knew.
I'll go with the boys.
Yeah, I'll go with the boys. I'll go watch it, but I'm already know I'm gonna be there with a sad face. Like
that's what you do as a parent.
It looks a little
Sad
bit cheesy.
face.
I mean, but it's it's like you said, Minecraft. It's Minecraft. It's a video game franchise that's loved by kids everywhere. So it's an easy money grab for parents to take their kids to that. So I agree. What the family of four spending like $125? So it's like however much it costs.
On Tuesdays.
I go Wednesdays, but I go Wednesdays by me. Wednesdays and Thursdays, $7.
We are responsible parents.
So
we go on Tuesdays.
Yeah, smart. Like we waiting.
Smart.
Matinee practices. Because the way the comedy and everything else in this world is costing, my ass is on a Tuesday.
And the way the popcorn and
oh my lord,
milkshake prices are set up.
I bring it. I buy it. Dollar Tree. I'm good.
I'm a sucker for those popcorn boxes. So by me, it's you get it for $20. It's you get the giant popcorn, a giant soda, and a candy. So I was like, I'll spend the $20 for that to get my little like souvenir popcorn bucket.
Get the popcorn.
So yeah, I'll do the popcorn bucket. They'll sell me like that. That's fine.
That's it. We got it right here. We got it. So don't worry about the popcorn. So for me, I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably not gonna go to the theater to see it. I'll wait till it come out on Blu-ray, excuse me. But it's just a special shout out to
Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's a Blu-ray, right?
Shout out to kids all over the world.
Right. Shout out to the kids all over the world. But shout out to a special actress who's getting it done right now. Danielle Brooks, she started her career with Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black, yep.
And this is monumental, but she's been on Peacemaker as well. So
funny character too.
Yeah, she's definitely doing her thing, but this movie's gonna be huge regardless. You know what I mean? Just for the kiddos. So it's probably gonna I'll estimate close to $1 billion. Ain't not even to talk about. You know what I mean? It's one of those movies. You know what it is.
I just checked right now. Like highest grossing films. Number 50. Is...
Wait. Hold on. Yes. Hold on.
What?
Titanic. No, Avatar.
Oh, like number one, yeah. Number one is it's still Avatar because James Cameron got a little jealous that Avengers took it over, so he re-released Avatar 1 in theaters for getting it. Couldn't let Marvel have it. Had to re-release Avatar again. Smart, for sure.
That guy's thinking.
I mean, he's like, hey, you haven't seen my first one. It came out, 20 years ago? So it's like, you know what? Just in case you haven't seen it, come watch it again. So
just to make sure.
Yeah. But like I said,
that's genius.
Yeah, so like the number 50 is Despicable Me 3 that made 1.34 billion. So like Minecraft is easy breaking that. Like, so there's no point in like he's right. It's $1 billion movie for sure. It's like I said, it's very oriented. So like I said, but yeah, go ahead. Cool.
It's just not a think about. Like we know what it's gonna do.
Yeah,
we know what it's gonna do. So shout out to them, man. When the movie comes out, get their Billy and they chill, and they're gonna live their life. You know what I mean, or more life. So let's get to the next trailer. This is one of the movies that I definitely want to check out. I'm debating on going to the theater, but who knows? You never know. The Amateur. Malek Remy is the star of this movie. So it's about a agent, FBI agent. I believe FBI or CIA agent, right? So it's pretty much a guy whose wife gets killed. And, he's not on the field. He's not a field agent at all. He doesn't even carry a gun. But he decides to go on the field because she wants to find out who killed his wife and, want to take his revenge. But the only problem is he's not a field agent, but he's sensational with computers and basically setting up everything IT wise. And he does what he does on his side. So now he's going to find his way to see what he can do to get these guys, because he's not a hand-to-hand guy at all. Or a shooter. So Lawrence Fishburne's in the movie. John Bernthal is in the movie. You got big names in this movie. So I'm surprised that I'm contemplating on going to the movies and seeing it. I think I'm gonna go. It comes out April 11th. Steph, let me know what you think. Did you get a chance to see the trailer?
Yes, I thought the interesting part about this movie is the names itself. Like, so many big stars are in this movie. So I mean, if I had the opportunity, of course I'm gonna go take a look at that. I love Rami from Mr. Robot, and I enjoy his company, so I would love to go see it. But when? Tuesday.
I was just about to say, why Tuesday? Yeah, basically Tuesday. And don't forget, man, I mean, Rami Malek, he does what he does, Oscar winner.
Yeah.
So he gonna get the job done. That's just what it is. Party J, did you get a chance?
The see amateur? No, I saw
the trailer.
The trailer. No, I didn't see the trailer yet for this one. So when you brought it up, I was like, oh, okay, looks like an interesting concept. And he's a good actor. Got Lawrence Fishburne too. So it's like when you got two heavyweights like that, it's definitely gonna be a good little.
Yeah, a lot of heavyweights.
Movie 3.
John Berthol's a heavyweight too.
Yeah.
That's 3 heavyweights, in my opinion, anyway.
See, for sure. I mean, the Punisher. That's all you gotta say.
Right.
The Punisher in it, it's gonna be something. A good action movie.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Grade A, Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch this on Tuesday though. I think it's gonna be good. I like the concept of him. Like he's trying to get the FBI agency to find out who his wife's killer is, and nobody's giving him answers. Take it upon himself. I love it.
Well, I did see this trailer. Now I remember. Yeah,
he's the one. Like I'm not an agent. I'm good at hacking and stuff like this. So I'll find out.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I think his wife is from the amazing Maisie.
Miss Maisel.
Miss Maisel. I think I forgot her name. I should have done more research on it, but yeah, I think she was one of the characters. I think that's his wife.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Julianne Nicholson, Rachel Brosnan.
That's it. That's it. Mismo.
Okay.
I'm usually good with names, but I was like, I forgot what her name is, but that's not the point.
Yeah. No, either way, it's and you're right, Miss Marvel is Miss Maisel, but it's a lot of big names. You know what it is for me? I'm kind of surprised they chose April and didn't choose like, well, you can't do May because you know what movies is coming out in May, but maybe squeeze it in June, because I didn't hear about any big movies in June as of yet, but all in due time we'll see. But like I said, Lawrence Fishburne never failed me. John Bernthal, movies, shows never failed me, and Rami Malek never failed to me, in my opinion. So yeah, we're gonna check it out April 11th, and we'll circle back to that.
Sweet.
Okay, and now this is a movie. Party J, he's obsessed with Blumhouse.
Oh,
these are the folks who makes movies and productions and make movies and make things happen in a not so particular
not
way.
Your genre, not your genre, not your favorite genre, but yeah.
But go ahead, talk about that.
Yeah. So this is a movie called Drop. It's coming out. When's it coming out again?
April 11th.
April 11th.
April 11th movie.
Yeah. So it's produced by Blumhouse. It's Jason Blum. They have a huge slate of movies coming out this year. They have Five Nights at Freddy. They have A Woman in the Yard. They have Megan 2.0, the second one. Black Phone 2. So they have a lot of good movies coming out this year. And this movie is directed by Christopher London, who did Happy Death Day, another like slasher type genre. And he was a writer for five different Paranormal Activity movies and one of the other slasher movie that came out this year called Hard Eyes. Yeah, so it stars Megan Faye, who was a big character on the TV show One Life to Live.
Okay.
Violet Bean. Most people might know her from Jesse Quick from the Flash TV show.
Gotcha.
And she's also on Death and Other Details on Hulu. And then the main gentleman is Brandon Skelner. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but his last name at least. But he was on It Ends With Us, and he plays Spencer Dutton on the Paramount Plus show 1923. So, yeah, this movie is described as like an intense, suspenseful, like funny type thriller. The plot of the pretty much the movie is, this mother Violet, who's a widowed mother, goes on this date with this gentleman named Henry. She says goodbye to her son and the babysitter, and they head to dinner. It starts off with playful banter as they're getting to know each other, and then she starts receiving airdrops on her phone, so AKA drops. And they figure it has to be somebody in the restaurant because they have to be close in order to be sending it to your phone. So he goes around. Henry, being the gentleman that he is, goes around, tries to find. He has some type of device on the phone that sees like where the person sent the drops from, and he walks around. But the trailer takes a little bit of a 180 and intensifies when she gets another drop, with an intruder in her home with her, where the son and the babysitter's at. So
I remember this trailer.
Oh, I think I remember seeing it. Yeah.
Check your cameras. So she checks the cameras, and he's like there waving at the camera with a gun, which is kind of crazy.
Jeez.
And he gets another one. She gets another drop that says, "If you say anything, I'm gonna kill your son." Like, she's panicking, she's spazzing, and then the movie double down again, and he says, "If you don't want me to kill your son, you got to kill Henry." So. Damn. Yeah, so then the trailer just after that, it just
took a 180 real quick.
Yeah, it's like a double,
So this is like real life airdrops.
Airdrops.
Yeah, airdrops. She got the first airdrop was pretty cool. It was funny. He got the first airdrop was funny because the first
this is getting intense for real.
Yeah, first airdrop, he gets the one where it's like the black guy like in the yellow suit coming up behind the tree, and it's like he's like. Like different funny airdrops in each one, but like it's like serious, like, yo, I'm about to kill your son if you don't kill my man Henry. So the trailer continues with different sequences of suspenseful shots, action shots, and but it gives you a quick glimpse in the quick trailer, gives you a quick glimpse of why the killer may want her to kill Henry, because you get a quick clip of her checking out a camera with him having like pictures of confidential documents and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's a very cool trailer. It's very suspenseful. I like it's gonna be like my genre this year. I want to kind of like dip into a little more horror, suspenseful movies. So, Jason Blum's got a whole bunch of good. They got a whole bunch of good stuff coming out. Even Mortal Kombat 2 is another video game movie that's coming out this year based on Blumhouse. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. Can't wait for it.
Okay. All right, so that's gonna be interesting. We'll circle back. Another movie to circle back to. All right, so let's talk about some shows that's about to come out. Big shoes, big pants shows that's coming out. The Last of Us. Ooh,
yeah, baby.
Ooh, people have been waiting for season 2 forever. At this point, I think Steph and Dre's The Last of Us watcher. That's what. Or is it Dre? Dre, this is your thing.
Yeah, it's my thing because I don't know. Jay watched to play the game because
I
played the game.
I got PlayStation, so I watched the Let's Play on Twitch of everybody.
Okay,
but it's great,
gotcha.
Both games.
It's one of the games that I was never a fan of Last of Us, and then until I played it, big fan of the first game. Second game, not so much, but it was overall still an amazing game to play. But the storyline, I wasn't a fan of it. So now this is season 2 that's coming out on HBO Max on April 13th. The show is based on a video game with the same name, developed by the developers Naughty Dog, and the show creator Craig Mazin. He's the one who created Chernobyl, and Neil Druckmann. He's the game's creator, so he has a lot of input into to keep it as strictly as close to the game story as possible. So it was out now. I can't wait for this to come out to see how they're gonna. I don't even think it's gonna be a full adaptation of season 2. I think it's gonna pick off after season because they couldn't do a lot of things in season 1 of the video game. So I think it's gonna be it's like part 1 of the first, part 2 of the first game.
Yeah, I think they said season 2 and 3 is gonna be like kind of like the rest of 1 and the whole of 2. So
Yeah.
they were thinking about doing one season per game, but I think they're doing
That's too much.
second one,
Story.
2 seasons. So it's at least minimum 3 seasons for sure.
Yeah, so it's gonna get broken up into pieces, so which is good. But if you don't want to wait, just play the game.
Yeah.
Just play the game. So, like, it's a quick
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
alert.
Right. And you gotta
guys
forgive
into
me.
post-apocalyptic stories,
Uh-huh.
which I am. I love zombies. I love anything that, like Resident Evil, like anything that has to do with viruses. That the world is going to kaput. I love it.
You gotta forgive me. My face went cringe. Just I remember the reason I stopped watching that show. It's not a bad show, but the reason I stopped, I just noticed, the special effects and the makeup artist, how they made these zombies face. My whole body just. I'm a grown ass man, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm good." like no.
So here's the thing. This is based on what was the name of the disease that they were talking about?
Cordyceps.
Cordyceps, right? So cordyceps, that's a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. And I think what's so interesting about it is that they were trying to mimic how they mutate and how they live and breathe. And I thought that the makeup was done. I mean, got me shook. So if it got you shaking, it got me shaking in the boots. But again, when it comes to video games, I think they want it to be just as kind of as authentic or as close to the video game play itself. So I think they did an amazing job, because I remember seeing Dirty play it, and the game was good. I enjoyed the game. I watched, if Jay says, watch it on Twitch or something, like seeing somebody else play it and enjoying it and comparing it to the movie. I mean, not to the movie, to the show. A lot of people were doing that on Instagram too. Like they were doing these slow comparisons on Instagram, showing like this is a part of the scene and things like that. So a lot of people appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm here for it.
I wish Jay could talk about this. He loved that game. He loves that game. He would have had so many. He would have had a lot of gems for this. But that game was great. The game was watching it as people play the whole playthrough game. Great story.
When it comes to video game stories, I feel like you have so much creative freedom to create something with CGI and stuff like that, and then have like a mass array of like storytelling with all these games. It's amazing. But then sometimes it doesn't translate well into a TV series or a show,
unless you have like a good director or a good screenplay to do the adaptation.
Yeah, following exactly to the T. And it has the director's input and the writer, the show writer. He has his direct input on a lot of these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it's a lot of hard time too for like video game movies to be adapted into video games in general to be adapted into movies.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's hard.
You take like a 12-hour game and shrink it down to like an hour and a half. It's gonna be hard. You're not gonna get everything right. You're gonna upset some fans, leaving stuff out, this and that. We'll get into that too when we discuss another trailer later, but. It's hard sometimes with video games. That's why sometimes I prefer like video games in general be adapted into TV shows. So that way you can expand it a little bit longer and get a little bit
more flexibility. Yeah, for sure.
Better that for movies is harder, but
I got a question for you, Jay.
Me, go ahead. What's up?
You ever watched of them on Twitch? Somebody played Days Gone.
Days Gone, yes, for sure.
That's one of my favorite games. I wasn't a fan of it, but the storyline itself is almost like
Days
Gone.
Cool, for sure.
I love that game. If they would ever make a movie, I hope they do. That movie, the storyline was amazing in that.
Okay. Yeah, it would.
They're remastering it too. Like it's coming out in a few weeks.
Okay.
Remastered.
Oh, nice. That's what's up. What is that? Was that a PlayStation only?
PlayStation, PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the prompts. Yeah, that's why a lot of the ones I watch on like on Twitch for Let's Plays are all PlayStation games.
Okay. One of these days, and down the line, we're gonna have to have Steph. We're gonna have to have a video game special for these guys.
You have to because there's so many different great genres that are focused on video games and the development and screenplays and adaptations. I mean, we could talk a whole episode on that. So I think we should definitely do that down the line for sure.
Definitely join us for that one.
Yeah.
Got you. So let's go to the next trailer that we will want to talk about, that I want to talk about. The Accountant 2. If you didn't get a chance to see this movie, the first one, then
you're missing out.
I ain't gonna lie, I got issues with you. If you didn't see the first one, man. It's pretty damn good. The Accountant 1, and that's featuring Ben Affleck. co-star John Bernthal, and a slew of names. J.K. Simmons was in the first one. Cynthia Adai Robinson. In my dreams I call her my boo, but her name is hyphenated, so it looks like she's not here no more with us in terms of single life, But great movie for the first one. So the second one, now it's gonna be the situation where J.K. Simmons' character Ray King will not be with us overall because he got taken out. So Mary Beth Medina needs help. That's the character Cynthia D plays. And now we have a situation where Ben Affleck has to team up with his brother, and if you saw the first one, they're not too cool. They haven't seen each other in years prior to, getting down to business in the first one. So now here we are, I love the trailer. I'm a fan of this movie, period. God willing, they have a part 3. If they got 1 and 2, I think they need to finish with a 3. Steph, did you get a chance to look?
Absolutely. Who has not watched the trailer? So I guess my affiliation with The Accountant was when it first came out. There was another movie that came out around the same time, and I don't remember what it was, but something to the effect of that. To The Accountant. I just watched it like last week. I watched it like maybe 4 times this year alone.
Okay.
And I don't know why, because it's just something interesting about the storyline, and I think it's because of Ben Affleck's character, because he's autistic. It doesn't highlight that he is autistic, but it highlights that just because you are, it doesn't make you any different from anybody else. You just be a killer. That's it. Fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
But I just love the storyline. I just loved it.
And I wanted to mention that part too, and I wanted to say, him being autistic, and I got a friend who found out. She's like, I want to say it correctly, like somewhat, like they got levels of autism
on the spectrum.
Spectrum, there it is. I wanted to say politically, I didn't want to disrespect, And she found out a couple of years ago. She's a grown woman, and to find that out, that late is kind of, like, whoa, okay.
No, it's not unusual. It's not unusual. There are people that have no, it's not unusual. Not at all. There's people that have developed adult ADHD later on in life, and they probably were not trying, they didn't put the pieces together. So, it's not unusual. It's not unusual. And it doesn't make you like strange anything. But something came up and she wanted to get it checked out, but it's not unusual for sure.
Okay. So I just wanted to again, we're streaming live, guys. We got to make sure. And Steph, before we finish last few, let them know where they can find us, please. Give us the breakdown. Where we at?
Excuse me. See, I am not responsible for what my face says when you talk. Sorry.
It's a good shirt.
It is a good shirt. It is a good shirt. I got it from Five Below. Yes. So when we're talking about movie shows, where can you find us? You can find us on X. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify and Apple. And again, you can follow us. If you want to be a guest on our show, come and collaborate. You want to talk about trailers? You want to talk about other shows? Come. Hit us up on IG. Send us a message. And definitely, we love to hear what you guys want to suggest, and follow us on our socials. Absolutely.
Let's get it. Dre, what did you think about the trailer?
I can't wait to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
on Tuesdays.
You can't wait to watch the trailer? You can't wait to watch the movie. Come correct.
I thought the first one was amazing.
Hey, yo. Pause.
I thought the first one was amazing. I hope the chemistry between them two is going to be good. I hope it's good. I think it is going to be good.
They just had like a drive together. I think they drove across like
we put that on Twitter. Jay put it on Twitter. Yeah. X.
They had a little car ride from I forgot from where to where, but it was like
I think all the way from Austin, Texas, right?
They're driving to like the set or whatever it is, and they're just having a whole like 13-14 hour powwow in the car, just them two, and it was crazy
good
band
trailer.
each one,
It was
you
a
know,
good
it's
little movie.
hilarious. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, if you're talking about chemistry, for sure, they definitely have chemistry.
Absolutely.
Imagine them on the fucking. Oh
Yeah,
my
that must be. I need that whole podcast. Like,
I need the host.
Give me that
I need
whole-
the host. I need the BTS on that.
No, he's gonna have on the show the real ones.
yeah,
He's gonna have Ben Affleck on there.
Right?
yeah, he should. I mean, he should. That'd be good. That'll be a very interesting episode for sure.
Oh man, that's what's up. So we're all in agreement. Definitely on
It'll be a hit.
Tuesdays. Definitely on Tuesdays. So
Thursday.
We'll say that again, Dre.
Thursdays for me.
Wednesday-
Thursdays for me over here.
Thursdays for Jay.
Thursdays for me.
Thursday.
Tuesdays for them.
Okay. So now I definitely want to check it out. This movie's coming out April 25th. April got some stuff like really like the month of April looks really good overall. And let's take a quick dive down to the video game world. We're talking about exclusively one day. Steph will set it up to talk about video games overall, so we could get Party J and Dirty just to take over, just to take over the airwaves for 20 Talk and just talk about the games. But
Hopefully, we could get Jesse in and Ansar because
Yes,
they like to play
absolutely.
games as well.
Yeah.
absolutely, especially Ansar, aka King Karim. But let's talk about this video game. Until Dawn comes out April 25th.
Yeah.
Jay,
Yeah, so
Talk to me.
it's gonna be competing with the accountant that week too. So we're gonna have to see. Like, the account's probably gonna take a little more revenue over that weekend. So I wouldn't be surprised if this comes in second. But hopefully, gets enough revenue. So Until Dawn, it's a video game movie, like they said. It is pretty much takes the place over one day. So most what you could compare it to is like Groundhog Day, Edge of Tomorrow type of stuff, where the same thing happens over and over. It's directed by David Sandberg. He did Lights Out. He did one of the Annabelles, and he did the Shazam movies. So, however you took the Shazam movies, if you liked them or not. But he's jumping back. Yeah, first one was good. I like the first one. Second
The
one
first one was better.
second one was okay.
The
Whatever.
second one was
Whatever. So he's jumping back into the horror genre.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's based on the Until Dawn video game by PlayStation Studios, and it's written by Gary Duberman, who wrote the three Annabelle movies, the Nun movies, and the two It movies that just came out recently too. So it's got a good writer, good director, based on their horror genre, so it should be good. Cast is Ella Rubin. She was just most recently in Anora. She was Mikey Madsen's roommate in that movie. And relatively not really known people, Michael Cimino, Jai Young Yu, and then the most acclaimed person that's on the list is Peter Stormare. So I don't know if you guys remember him from Prison Break. He played for Brucey. He was the devil in the Constantine movie with I was gonna call him John Wick, but he was in the original Constantine movie. He was in the Jurassic Park movie, The Big Lebowski, 22 Jump Street, 8mm. So, and he also voiced.
I've seen all those movies. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Look, just Google this. You'll know who he is. Literally Google.
Okay,
Peter
I probably have to just take a look and be like, oh,
100%,
I
you
know
know
who he is. Right, exactly.
What's his name? I'll do it right now. What's his name?
Peter Stormare. Last name is ST.
I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, you know who it is. He's a great actor. He plays he plays that a-hole type of guy. But he's always yeah, and he also plays the voice of Dr. Hill in the actual Until Dawn video game that came out. So
oh,
yeah,
this one, I know who he is.
Peter Stormare,
He was
absolutely.
in Constantine. He was the devil.
he was the devil. So yeah.
I know
So
who he is. I know
he plays
exactly who this
he plays the
is.
same character Hill in this movie. It's kind of loosely. I think that's the only real connection. And there's one of the monsters in this movie called Wendigo. That's you'll see as the days goes out. In the movie itself. But pretty much the premise of the movie is 1 year after her sister Melanie mysteriously disappeared, Clover and her friends head into the remote valley where she vanished in search of answers. They find themselves horrifically murdered, only to wake up and find themselves back in the beginning all over again. They're trapped in an endless time loop where they're forced to relive the nightmare again and again, only this time is a different killer every time, and each is more terrifying than last. But the only way to escape is to survive until dawn. So the concept survive until dawn is taken where in this movie they have to survive until like dawn, they get killed over and over. Where in the video game, they have to just survive until dawn because that's when help is going to come arrive and save them from the Wendigos. That's the monster that's terrifying them in the video games. But it's a great Groundhog concept movie that's going to be intense, scary. Each one's going to be different from the last. And yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I'm into this genre this year. I'm trying to watch all those thriller type stuff. So it looks like it's going to be a fun movie. Like I said, it's competing against The Accountant 2. So we'll see how far it goes. But most Metacritics that I've looked at from reviews are giving it pretty decent scores, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So it's a video game movie. They don't really always get the most love in the theaters most time if it's not specifically exactly what it is. But yeah, I hope it does good. I'm gonna go watch it.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna start playing the game because I haven't. I never played it.
Oh, play it, Dirty. It's good. It's good. It's another game that I watched on Watch Play on Twitch.
Definitely gonna try to crack it.
So yeah, it's cool. And and what's cool about the game is that your decisions affect how the game goes on. So you're with 8 friends, and anything you decide to do could later affect you in the game. You want to have everybody survive, but not everybody's going to survive. Everybody could die differently as the game goes on in the multiple playthroughs. Okay. So it's a cool concept, cool game.
That sounds cool. Sounds like a cool concept.
For sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, April 25th, the movie comes out. Video game been out for a while, but yeah, it's another adaptation. So let's move forward. The final. This movie right here. This trailer is basically the movie that's gonna start, in my opinion, the summer. May, June, July. This movie should be locked in for a good few months before we say we're good. Thunderbolt. Yes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie. Thunderbolt. So Sebastian Stan, Florence Pugh, Louis Pullman, you name it. These kick-ass stars are here. David Harbour, Wyatt Russell. It's just a whole bunch of names. And legendary Julia Louis-Dreyfus, excuse me.
My girl.
Say that again, Jay. I'm sorry.
That's my girl Elaine Seinfeld.
Absolutely. Living legend to me. I think this is the movie that really starts off the summer. Like, this is it. God willing, Marvel's been going through some things for the past few years.
Going through something.
Respect to Marvel. I love Marvel so much.
I'm there watching everyone, but yeah.
Yeah, so, this is basically a band of anti-heroes who get together because you don't got, the superstars of the Marvel movement here anymore. And they basically need to kick butt to save the world, or to save, looks like they're in New York. You know how that goes, right? So it's in New York. Something's getting messed up, God forbid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that happen. Please, thank you, universe. So if anything, before we start talking about it, Dre, if you could pull up the trailer real quick, take a look-see, so that people could be like, ooh, ah.
You guys ready? Because I'm ready.
I'm locked.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Blow it up. Pause.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be? I love this guy.
I got nowhere to be.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot?
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Look, me! John, stop! Where are you?
Yeah.
Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts! Can't call ourselves that. God, thank you. This has makings of team that can rise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy toy.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
Great.
That was great.
Can't watch
I can't wait. I can't wait. So
Excited.
I know we were all trying to talk to see if we can go see it as a group. I think we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Blockbuster hit. Already. It's already predicted it.
It looks great. It's nothing. It's nothing to really to debate. You know, you're doing your best. Like Marvel, I think they're doing their best before. I don't know, Jay, you can let me know what part Marvel part 30. what
phases. Yes.
They're in phase 5 right now.
I think we're in phase 5, right?
It's in phase 5.
know,
You know, we haven't had a big team up movie since, if you could think about this, since Endgame in 2019. So it's been a hot minute. They didn't have anything for phase 4, which was kind of like, you know, their downfall. They kind of wanted to like not make a many Avengers movies, but I feel like we needed one in that, just like every phase, just to wrap something up. Like even if it was like that, you know, Age of Ultron is always considered the worst best of all of them. But if you go back and watch Age of Ultron was still pretty damn good. You know,
it was still good.
So, you know, it's a big band of misfits, anti-heroes that they're all considered in this group. You know, they're almost like the Suicide Squad type of MO.
That's the vibe I was getting. Yeah, for sure.
You don't know who's gonna survive. You know, like if you take a peek at the trailer, you only really kind of see one character once in this whole thing. You know,
right?
Taskmaster. But you don't know if that. You know. But Marvel's also is also fancy with that. They'll keep people out of the trailer, the CGI
Of
stuff.
course.
You know. But
Notorious for that.
I don't know if anyone want to go around see anybody, and if you think anybody else is gonna die in this movie. But one person I think actually also might die is I think they might Red Guardian, man. I think Red Guardian might die. You know, just from just watching that trailer again right there, and he says, you know, I'll sleep when I die.
Ooh,
foreshadowing.
Like,
I don't believe you.
Just like
I don't believe you.
I don't believe in you. I don't believe in you, Jay. I don't believe in you.
I don't know.
Walk away.
Stop fibbing.
Get off the mic.
First theory. I'm gonna drop it right now. If y'all owe me, if it happens, we'll write it down right now.
We taking bets right now, man?
We'll drop the mic right now if it happens when we come out. But that's
God willing.
I think it's a good progression for Florence Pugh's character, him, you know, dying. But that's my early prediction. Red Guardian might take it. Might take an L in this as well.
Well, look, I'm not taking no predictions about nobody dying. I just want, you know, this movie to be fantastic. You guys said it, 2019. Since, you know, we had a big Marvel movie, like God, we're still waiting for DC to do something overall. Even though Batman I love, but I'm talking about something monumental from DC overall, like to be like part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shoot, you know, to match up with Marvel. But here we are. So May 2nd, guys, we're supposed to be banding together. God willing, you know, we get together and we go sit down and watch that movie.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, we're gonna fight for it. We're gonna fight for it. Anybody else? Any more comments before we leave?
Yeah, bro.
We're good. We just waiting for the damn.
We just waiting for shit to drop.
Yeah, we just like look, like you know. I remember back in the day, we used to just bump into people who happened to have the movie already in a DVD. Remember those days? Like I used to have a friend.
Yo, why are you revealing our age? Like, really?
Look. We're now in our early 20s, so we're good. Leave it alone, okay? But I'm just saying, you know. But you remember those days, and we don't have people like that no more. People, so here we are. All we could do is wait for the movie. But yeah. So listen, This is 20 Talk 20, folks. We gotta run. We got bills to pay, literally. This is your boy B.
This is Steph.
It's your boy Dirty.
Party J, aka Uncut Gems.
And we will be back next week, Tuesday, with another show. Thank you so much. And again, one more time, Steph, we got to hear your voice last before we go. Where can they find us? Where can they see us moving forward?
Absolutely. So, guys, don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube for last week's episode where we talked about the Oscars. You could definitely check that out on YouTube. And you can also find us on Twitter, X, IG, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're on everything. And you can also find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, guys, again, if you want to talk about shows, you want to collaborate, come with us. Message us on IG, and we would love to collaborate with you guys. But thank you so much for joining us today on the podcast. I had a great time. It was great energy. And I'm ready for these movies to freaking drop.
Like I said, I'm ready too. So, guys, stay tuned. See you next week. Until then, peace.
Peace.